Going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we've got the 43rd IPL match to go through. RCB, well, unfortunately they go down. Well, not unfortunately if you're a Titans fan, but they go down to the Gujarat Titans, who are the best team in the league at the moment. They are just almost impossible to beat. They get the win with just 3 deliveries remaining. Comes down to the last over again for the Titans, and I mean, what more is there to say? They know the formula to get a win. You bowl first, and then you chase down, and then you have Tawatia and Rashid Khan and all these tail enders who can save the day. So, I mean, you know, you could say they've gotten lucky maybe once or twice, but someone still has to finish the game off. And that man, which we're going to get straight into the review, we're not messing around. Player of the match was none other than that man, Rahul Tawatia. I mean, just simply incredible. He is having just an outstanding season. This is like the 3rd or 4th time this season he has hit the winning runs off his own bat. It's remarkable to think that he has been in the right time, the right position, and he's always hit the right shots at the right time. 43 not out of 25, gets player of the match, and he's probably close to winning the MVP at the moment. I mean, I know Joe's Butler has 3 centuries. I know KL Rahul has 2. I know Chahal, Umesh Yadav, Kuldeep, like these guys are taking wickets. But you want to think of most important player to a team, the most valuable player. It doesn't have to be, you know, the superstar who's near the bottom of the table. It can be the guy who's playing for the best team and finishing off the matches for them and getting them a bunch of wins. Yeah, simply outstanding stuff from the man Tawatia, which we will get into a little bit more into their run chase in just a moment. So, hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. You like IPL, subscribe. Firstly, I just want to get out of the way, apologies. I didn't have a Punjab Kings versus Chennai Super Kings game. What? Who the fuck did we play? I can't even remember. Oh, no, it was CSK, I think. But my power went out. No. We're not letting... Because we played... yeah, it was LSG. Because we actually played... CSK in our last game, yeah, so that's why. I got confused for a second, but yes, no review for the Punjab versus LSG game. My power actually went out. It was pouring down with rain that very night, and my power went out like 3 hours before the game started. I was hoping it would come back on so I could watch it. It didn't, so I didn't have a review for the last day or 2, just due to those situations. But hey, we are back here, so let's go through the game. RCB into bat first. RCB. Look, Kohli still opening. You love to see it. The man Faf du Plessis, his partner in crime. That's probably as good as any sort of opening partnership in world cricket gets in probably all 3 formats. I mean, where do we start? Virat Kohli. Hey, you know what? It wasn't his finest innings. It wasn't the greatest innings to watch. But just to see Virat get off the mark, not score a duck, and actually look like he's out there trying to, you know, he was running down hard singles every ball. He was, like, giving sprinting efforts for his partner up the other end. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's about 14 crows out where I'm recording. I really hope you guys can hear this. If you can, I'm sorry. If you can't, then just pretend you can hear some, like... Oh my God, I'm going to get angry in a minute. I'm about to go out there and seriously physical abuse some crows in a minute. Bro, they won't shut up. Okay, I'm going to push on. I really hope you guys can hear this. Virat Kohli, as we were speaking about, running these hard singles, he looked to have intent out there at the crease. 6 fours, 1 6. Again, wasn't his finest knock, but just to get some confidence into him, just to show everyone that I can still score runs if I really need to. Like, I mean, it's not ideal that it's in a losing situation. It's off 53 deliveries. It wasn't, you know, he would have rathered it be 100 off about, you know, 55, but you can't have everything you want. You know, and late, didn't get many deliveries to face. Maxi and Kartik, Padada, they were all taking the strike off him for a lot of Virat's innings. I mean, he did face the most deliveries, so you can't really tell anyone else off, I guess. Faf du Plessis, the skipper, he's gone for a duck, so him and Faf, they decided, let's switch roles for a game, and they did exactly that. The man Rajat Patida, who made his debut, maiden half century last night. I've seen this guy play a few games this season, but he is 28. Okay, this is his 5th IPL game. But no, he does look decent. He hit a really long 6 last night, which it says right here as well. 90 metres it went. Well, I didn't see it went for 90 metres, but that's a fair effort. But no, he looked really good. He looked like what Virat was hoping to do, but he just played a bit of a chill role, if you're just seeing a little edit in the video, I know, best editor on YouTube, best editor on the planet, but I just had to go outside and literally abuse the crows. Not physically, but I had to yell at them, and they did not shut up. They're in some tree. There's about 10 of them, like a whole family. I'm going to be honest, I threw some rocks. I don't think I made contact. And yeah, they're still out there making havoc here at 8 a.m. in the morning, crawling at me. So I hope you guys can hear it. If you can't, then I sound like an idiot. But they just, I hate the sound of it. But we're going to continue because they're so loud. I can't even remember where we're up to. Patidar, I think we're talking about. Well, he played the aggressor role really well. Kohli kind of sat back. Kohli faced most of the early deliveries, especially after Faf went out. And then Patidar just really came out of nowhere and said, this is my innings. I'm going to take it by the scruff of the neck. 52 off 32, 5 fours, 2 sixes. And then as soon as he made his 50, next ball he gave his wicket away and let Glenn Maxwell come in, which at the end of the day, it's not, I don't think he meant to give his wicket away, but it was probably the right decision in the end. You bring in Glenn Maxwell, you want to bring in DK, Ahmed, Lomraw. I mean, they've got a deep tail end. Even Hasaranga, Patel was in next, so they had plenty of batting still to come, so definitely the right move, I thought, from Patidar. Glenn Maxwell, 33 off 18, 3 fours, 2 sixes. Again, looked really well. He took a lot of the strike off Kohli late, which was a little bit annoying, but you can't complain. I mean, he hit 3 fours and 2 sixes. Was Kohli going to do that? I mean, you don't know, but off this innings, it was probably the right move for Maxwell to be on strike. But I was wanting to be selfish because I did just want to see Kohli, bat, and he didn't bat much of the last 4 overs of the goddamn game. So disappointing that he only got a 58 because it could have easily turned into anything 80 plus. It was a pretty, not an amazing deck for bowling. I mean, it's fair to say. It was a pretty good deck for batting. It was pretty dry, pretty hard, and well, that sounds wrong, but you guys get what I mean. I mean, he could have, there was a big score in the waiting, but still passing 50 is a big achievement. And just to shut everyone up for a little bit, I'm sure he would love that as well. Into the Titan bowlers. This is where they get the job done. I mean, RCB, they were looking for 185, 190. Even 200 was on the cards around halfway through this game. And then just really a late collapse from the tail end. Thank God for Glenn Maxwell and Lomraw to put on some late runs. But losing the wicket of DK, it really did hurt Ahmed. I mean, he was only 2, and I mean, I guess, yeah, Faf as well. All right, the bowlers, Mohammad Shami, 1 for 39 or 4. Look, a tiny bit expensive, but he's still looking really good. Pradeep Sangwan. Now, again, I don't know much about this guy. He's a tall left arm quick. He kind of brings it in up from the top. He doesn't go roll the arm over. He kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but you guys just got to watch. I don't know much about him, so we're going to do some research here. Just for a quick little second. Excuse me, he's 31? He's played... Wait, I know this guy. Wait, hold on a minute. He's played for Kolkata, Mumbai, and I forgot what that team's name used to be, to be honest. Something Lions or something like that? Were they the Gujarat Lions? Is that what they used to be called? Yeah, the Gujarat Lions. So they were called that. So I did get it right. That's good. Yeah, I've seen this guy. I've definitely seen this guy a little bit. So Pradeep Sangwan, my bad, mate. He actually looks like Rishabh a little bit here. His face kind of looks like Rishabh in this photo. Hold on, let's go back to his IPL stats because I totally got sidetracked here for a minute. So he's played 40 IPL games. 37 wickets. Okay, I mean, he's a pretty solid bowler, I thought. So, sometimes even at the ripe age of 31, that's when you can become your best in cricket. I mean, you've seen it happen with so many players nowadays. I mean, you just have to look at Mike Hussey for an example. So, yeah, well done to him. 2 off 19 for 4 off 4 overs. 4.75 economy. You can't ask for much more from the old fella. Alzari Joseph, well, you could probably ask a bit more from him. 1 for 42 off 4. Yeah. No. I mean, as good as this Titans team is, their weakness is Alzari Joseph, and that's going to sound really bad because I love Alzari Joseph. I think he's a really good bowler in Test cricket. White ball, not so much, especially on Indian pitch conditions. Like, I think in the Big Bash, he would be fine. Anywhere, in England, he would be very effective with the ball. But I just think in India, in these, they can be quite slow decks at times, or, you want the best of the best bowlers, and I'm afraid to say he's definitely not one of them. Rashid Khan, 1 for 29 off 4. Takes a wicket, it's what he does. And the man Fergo, same thing, 1 for 36 off 4. So, really did a pretty good bowling effort in the end from the Titans to restrict RCB from anything under 180 at the end of the day. They were definitely on track for 200 here, so they did very, very well. The Titans, 171 to chase to get the win. Did it with 3 deliveries remaining. Ridhaman Saha still at the top of the order. It's good to see the Titans backing him in, even though he scored a big, big score in the last one. It's good to see that he should be up there for the rest of the season. 29 of 22, 4 fours. It's okay. Some nice shots were played. Shupman Gill, the same thing. Got a start. Then didn't give his wicket away cheaply because it was a great wicket, a great delivery from Shabazz Ahmed. But it just, as much as I want to see the young and the youth do so well, gee, I would have loved to see Shupman Gill go on and score maybe like a 65 or a 70 and stay out there and hit the winning runs. It would have been a pretty good boost for him. But hey, 31 off 28, 3 fours, a 6. I mean, him and Saha were building something pretty early. Just, unfortunately, losing wickets at the wrong time. Sai Sudarsan, I think is how you pronounce his name. 20 off 14. He looked okay. Hardik Pandya, the skipper, in at number 4. Unfortunately, 3 off 5, so not ideal. His runs have slowed down a little bit, but that's totally okay considering how good his start to the season was. And they're still winning games, and Pandya literally made 3. If you told me before the start of this season that Gujarat Titans would beat RCB chasing 170 and Hardik Pandya only makes 3, I would say, gee, really? Like, did they? Because I've always felt like they rely on him. Well, at the start of the season, I really thought they were going to be relying heavily on Pandya and Gill. With all due respect, Gill has had a nice 96, I think it was. Pandya's had some really, really good knocks. But, everyone is sharing the love here. David Miller, not out. David Killer Miller, 39 off 24, 4 fours, a 6. Started the season pretty slow, but he's really coming into his own here at number 5 for the Titans. And you want to speak about coming into their own. Rahul Tewatia, the finisher, the man himself, just simply incredible what he's been able to achieve and what he's been able to get done this season for the Titans. 43 off 25, 5 fours, 2 sixes. They were not looking like chasing down these runs, especially after Sudarsan and Pandya were gone for cheaply. I thought if they pick up one more wicket here, RCB, this game's over. They didn't get a wicket, so that probably makes sense why they ended up going on to win. But you have to it doesn't matter who you're a fan of. Even if you're an RCB fan, you just have to accept the fate and say, you know what? Rahul Tewatia is playing some of the greatest cricket he will ever play in his life. So, look, as good as it is, it won't last forever. So, we just deal with the losses to Tewatia now. And trust me, as a Punjab Kings fan, he did it to us this season as well. So, and in fact, he did it off the last ball and had to hit 6 for the win. So, in fact, it's probably worse in my situation, but I guess we won't talk about the Kings today. All right, into the RCB bowlers, unfortunately, I don't want to say poor bowling because it was really good batting, but yeah, I mean, there was a few impressors, obviously. Glenn Maxwell, none for 10 off 1. Yeah, I mean, he should always just get given the ball for the first over, or, the first over after the power play, or, well, actually, that's probably a bad idea, but Yeah, the first over of the game is normally what you throw to him. Mohammad Siraj, none for 35 off 4. He had a dropped catch, I think it was. I can't remember who dropped it, but... Who dropped it? Yeah, I can't remember, but there was a few drop catches in the games last night. Joshy Hazelwood, none for 36 off 3.4. You know when Hoff isn't taking wickets, you're not having a great day. Shabazz Ahmed, though, he's been really impressive. He reminds me a little bit of a Jadeja, a taller version, obviously, but he's very, very impressive. 2 for 26 off 3. Those are really, really good, and the fact that he has that batting in his capability as well is huge. And in fact, I think it might have been Shabazz Ahmed who dropped the catch. No, it wasn't. I have to figure this out. Sorry, guys. I have to figure this out. It might have been Lomraw. Oh, yeah, I think it might have been. Or it was Patadar. Look, it was someone. Someone dropped a catch. That's all I can say. All right, I totally forgot. Harshal Patel, that's who we're up to. None for 35 off 4. I mean, it's just great to see the man Purple Patel playing in these games, so I'm really happy for him either way. Wanindu Hasaranga, little Harsey, 2 for 28 off 4, has had a lean spell of wickets after such a hot start to the season, so it's really good to see the little man doing well, even though I don't even know, how tall is Hasaranga? Let's figure this out together, guys. He is, yes, we know that he is 24. Are you going to show me the height? Like, how tall is he? Here we go. Come on, let's research. Bro, is no one going to give me this man's height? Bro, this is ridiculous. 5'9". Here we... Oh, damn. So he's pretty much the same height as me. Wow. I guess I'll stop calling him a little man then, because he might even be like a couple of centimetres taller than me. All right, let's jump to the table. The Titans, of course, are sitting just 2 games in front. They're the best team in the competition, and gee whiz, they're going to be hard to beat. Rajasthan, they're looking very nice. LSG, same goes. SRH, they're looking very good. Even though after a loss to the Titans, I feel like losing to the Titans isn't that bad, because they're just by far the best team. RCB in 5th, 3 losses in a row now. I mean, I'm sorry, RCB fans, but after, I said that RCB would win the title, and I felt very, very confident in that after, the first or second game of the season. I'm really sorry, because it seems like I've jinxed them, because they can't seem to get a win since I said that they would win the title. So that's my bad, RCB fans. I'm really sorry. DC in 6th, Punjab in 7th. I just give up with this Punjab team. To be honest, let's not talk about it. Kolkata in 8th. They've lost 5 in a row. I think 6 in a row at this point now. They are just, there's problems at Kolkata. CSK, of course, 9th. And the Mumbai Indians, you wouldn't believe it, they're 1-8 now. So they've got a win on the board, and they are coming for that number 9 position. Well done. You don't want to finish bottom. There is still pride at stake for the Mumbai Indians, for CSK, and for Kolkata. These are 3 of the teams who have won the 3 most titles in the competition. Or has no, I think Kolkata's won 2, I think. But, hey, I mean, there's still pride on the line. The stats, the Orange Cap, Butler's already won it. Rahul, Pandya, Shikhar, and Tilak Varma equal at 4th. He is incredible for the Mumbai Indians at the moment, isn't he? He's so impressive for a young guy to be doing that well. The Purple Cap, we got the man Yuzi Chahal. He's on 19. Kuldeep with 17, Natarajan, Malik, and Hasaranga equal 3rd with 15 each. So, hey, that is going to cap it off, guys. A great win for the Titans in the end. They're looking unbeatable at this point. Their only loss was to... Shit, who did they lose to, Ad? Did they lose to Lucknow, I think it was? It might have been early in the season. Their first game they played. I can't remember who won that game. While I've got an itchy eye, so don't mind me while I itch my eye. But... I can't exactly remember who they lost to. But wait, let's check. We're on the video. Let's just check who they lost to. 1-1-1. Oh, so that's right. They did. They lost to SRH. That's right. That's of course. And then SRH. Yeah. So they did get the one back. Okay. So hey, I mean the Titans are looking very, very good. They're on top of the table. Hey, that's going to cap it off, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.